Before entering a loving relationship, many women live under constant pressure. Pressure to look perfect, pressure to look desirable, I don't know, maybe to maintain a certain kind of body image, and so on. Response can happen in many situations. Living in a toxic relationship, experiencing emotional and physical abuse, okay, or physical abuse, being constantly criticized, financial insecurity, oh my god, where will the next month's bill get paid, and things like that. Raising children alone, carrying the emotional weight or of an entire family, an entire women heal beautifully in the company of other women. I know women company in your in-laws family too, but they might just do the opposite. And I'm talking about your old female friends, and yes, female friends. If you cannot meditate and sad emotions and overthinking surface, start with journaling. It will be highly beneficial and you will thank me later. Namaste everyone. Have you also gained weight recently? Or maybe carrying extra weight for years? And you've tried dieting, gym sessions, maybe intermittent fasting, yoga, in fact, everything, and nothing seems to work. People keep telling you things like stop eating so much, just go to the gym, etc. Like, don't be so lazy. Then this video is for you. For many women, weight gain has very little to do with food. Yes, and I mean it. Right. And out of the three reasons that I'm going to tell you, the third one that I'm going to share today might completely change how you see your body. So watch this video till the end. And if you care about women's physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, please do consider liking, subscribing, and sharing my channel with those people who need it. Because I put in my best to bring content that truly serves women. Okay, so what is the first reason, for gaining weight? And this is going to be really, really surprising, okay? So the first reason that surprises many people, a lot of women notice that they gain weight immediately after marriage or after entering a loving relationship. Yes, and I mean it. I'm sure some of you are identifying with what I'm saying at the moment, right? Strangely, this is not always a negative thing. For many women, this happens because their body finally feels relaxed and fulfilled. Before marriage or before entering a loving relationship, many women live under constant pressure. Pressure to look perfect, pressure to look desirable, I don't know, maybe to maintain a certain kind of body image, and so on. But when a woman enters a safe and emotionally fulfilling relationship, something shifts. Okay, her body finally says, I can relax now. Stress hormones drop, the body stores energy, and it stores energy now in a very, very different way. Appetite patterns change, but this is only the beginning. The second reason is even more complicated. Okay, so let's come to the second reason. Now imagine this. Yesterday, you were a daughter in your house, in your parents' house. Maybe you were studying, maybe you were working, and maybe coming home to food that was cooked by your mother, or things were like so much more comfortable. Life had its routine, and suddenly one day you became a wife in a completely new household. May not be completely new, but obviously going and living there may be something new. Now everything changes. You are expected to manage the kitchen, like manage it yourself or get it managed, manage the house, relationships with in-laws, social gatherings, your job, and sometimes even family expectations about children. Suddenly, life becomes a marathon without a pause button. You wake up early, you rush to prepare breakfast, you go to work, return home, serve tea, everything, like prepare dinner, and obviously be a great life partner, attend family functions, and sometimes things, the fact that ultimately comes on top of all this is you barely sleep. 3 hours, 4 hours, barely sleep. And when the body lives in this kind of chronic stress and exhaustion, something very important happens. The body produces more cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol tells the body, store energy, store fat. We are in survival mode, right? So, weight gain becomes a biological response to stress and lack of rest. Not laziness, not lack of discipline, but pure survival physiology. And now, let me actually begin telling you a story. Okay, I think people like hearing a story. Let me tell you about a woman named Ranjana. Ranjana had a beautiful wedding. The honeymoon phase, was wonderful. For the first time in her life, she experienced romance, she experienced companionship, and even emotional closeness and fulfillment. During those months, she gained weight, a little weight, I would say. Okay, so people started noticing it. Obviously, it was nothing dramatic, but just the softness that often comes with happiness. But then the real life began. Ranjana moved into her husband's family home, and her day started at 5 a.m. in the morning, right? Like it does for many women. Okay, she started cooking breakfast, or packing lunches and cleaning, and all kinds of the duties that loom large. Maybe rushing to work after that, returning home quite exhausted, but then despite that, serving tea, preparing dinner. And when she finally went to bed, yeah, the final moment when she thought I could rest now, her husband wanted emotional and romantic connection. But she was barely functioning, okay? She slept 3 or 4 hours a night, and this is now a routine. Years passed like this. Two children came into the picture for the society, obviously. For her, she created this picture. And slowly the relationship turned toxic, okay? Let's imagine there were arguments, sometimes emotional abuse, sometimes silence, perhaps, sometimes humiliation, and Ranjana kept adjusting like that frog in the experiment that thought that, could change according to temperature. She kept adjusting because society teaches women to adjust, tolerate, endure. But one day she noticed something that shook her deeply. Her children were starting to absorb the same toxicity. That day, she made the most difficult decision of her life. She left. It's not so easy for a woman to make that decision, but she did. Now, you might think that once she left, everything became easier, isn't it? But life had another challenge waiting for this woman. Now, Ranjana was a single parent, a single mother. She walked out of toxicity, but she did have, bills to pay, children asking for their father. There was loneliness, abandonment emotion, no one fully understanding what she had gone through. And once again, her body went back into the survival mode. Her energy was like a phone battery at 10%. Now, when the body is operating at 10%, what do you expect? Obviously, hormones will go out of balance, metabolism slows down, fat storage increases, and the body begins to carry weight like emotional armor. And I mean it. Okay, so the body begins to carry weight like an emotional armor. And here I bring you the third reason why women carry weight, why women become fat much sooner than men. This one will change everything about what you understand about women's body. Many women gain fat or gain weight because their body does not feel safe. Yes? When the brain senses danger, stress, trauma, or emotional instability, it activates survival mode again, as I told you previously. Now, this can happen in many situations. Okay, this response can happen in many situations. Living in a toxic relationship, experiencing emotional and physical abuse, okay, or physical abuse, being constantly criticized, financial insecurity, oh my god, where will the next month's bill get paid, and things like that. Raising children alone, carrying the emotional weight or of an entire family, maybe she and the kids, feeling unsupported or unseen when the brain believes I'm not safe. It sends signals to the body. And how does the body respond? I'm sure you must have guessed it by now. The body responds by storing fat. Why? Because biologically, fat is protection. Protection from starvation, protection from stress, protection from uncertainty. Sometimes the body even stores fat as a psychological shield, like a way of hiding, a way of protecting the heart. Isn't it surprising? I would really want to know that in the comment section if you felt surprised by this. That in so many situations, women gain weight not because of food, but because of emotional and survival pressures. Yet, what does the society say? Let's come back to it. Eat less, go to gym, control yourself, don't be lazy. Have you heard that ever? Please do write in the comment section because I would really love to know about others. But very few people ask the deeper question. What is your body trying to cope up with? Has anyone ever asked you that question at all? I would love to know if you identify with any of the three situations mentioned above or with Ranjana. By the way, this Ranjana is in all of us. She is every woman. Women's bodies are different from men's bodies. If any man ever compares himself to you, tell him this. Men in general can gym and diet and lose weight far more easily than women. Things are very, very different for men's bodies and for women's bodies. So does that mean that there is no hope and there is no solution? What is the solution? So the real question, let's answer the real question. If the cause is emotional and psychological, then what is the real solution? Because dieting alone cannot solve it. And even, gym workouts alone cannot solve it either. So what exactly is going to bring back that healthy weight? And I'm not trying to get you to look a certain body type. I'm not in that beauty race, rat race at all. I'm in the, staying fit race. The real solution begins with healing the nervous system and the mind. Because in all the three situations we discussed today, the body was either responding to fulfillment, maybe in the first stage, overwhelm in the second stage, and being on the survival mode in the third stage. So the healing has to begin from within. Here are a few powerful things that you can actually start doing from today. Yeah. The easiest of them all. The first one, reprogram safety in the mind. Start with affirmations daily. Whatever may people say about affirmations, they do work if done consistently. I am safe. Everything is in control. Your body listens to the messages your mind repeats. When safety returns, the body slowly leaves survival mode. The second thing that you can do is please find time for yourself. Many women lose themselves in roles. They become wife, mother, worker, I don't know, whatever, daughter-in-law. What will happen when, your body would have gone? Will any one of these people in these roles come back to serve you? Think about it today and find time for yourself. You were the person before all these roles. You were someone before these. Take 30 minutes just for yourself. The simplest and most powerful practice, maybe you can go for a walk alone. Not couple walks, not family walks, please. Just you and your thoughts. You can just consider it like main aur meri tanhai. If people do not understand, at least you understand. Third thing I can say is rebuild sisterhood. I don't know why is it not talked about so much. Women heal beautifully in the company of other women. I know women company in your in-laws family too, but they might just do the opposite. And I'm talking about your old female friends, and yes, female friends only. Okay, meet your female friends, talk, laugh, dance, whatever you want to do, share your experiences. Sisterhood is a medicine. No one talks about it. Sisterhood is actually a big, big medicine, a big healing. It has been proven through research that, women who connect most with their female friends are the happiest. Yes, happiness creates safety and allows your body to finally lose guard of the survival mode and the stored fats. And you will see that immediately. The moment you start feeling happy and free, you will see that the gym workout or the diets, everything starts working with you. The fourth way you can work out is meditation and journaling. Now, meditation helps the nervous system shift from survival to calm mode. Journaling helps observe your life and throw away information that is not needed. Even 10 or 20 minutes a day can change hormonal balance over the time. If you cannot meditate and, sad emotions and overthinking surface, start with journaling. It will be highly beneficial and you will thank me later. The fifth thing that you can do is do something that brings you joy. Dance, read, write, paint, sing, whatever brings you joy, not overeat. Your body heals faster when it experiences joy, and I mean joy. Okay? Instead of constant duty, do not always be on duty. Before the marriage or other responsibilities loomed large on you, you had a free life. Where you could do everything that brought you joy. No wonder your weight too was under control, right? Joy is a much higher state than the survival mode. Okay? Maybe we'll talk about that some other day. If you visit it often, the body gets the message. The body gets the message. We are not on survival mode. We are on, the joyous mode, highest frequency, around 1,000. So if you have been blaming yourself for gaining weight, please pause. Your body may not be your enemy. Your body may simply be telling a story you're not ready to listen. A story of stress, a story of responsibility, a story of survival or emotional change, a story that is calling for inner child healing. And when you start listening to that story with compassion, healing instantly begins. I would love to know something from you. Did you identify with any of these situations? If you did, please do write in the comment section. That makes me feel so much more sisterly. And if you think another woman needs to hear this today, please share this video with her. Do not forget to subscribe because this channel is dedicated to women's emotional, mental, and spiritual well being. Your body deserves understanding, not criticism, only joy. And that's it for today. Thank you so much. Signing off. Arunima. Namaste.